Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the New York Jets. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Go set. Watch the run, watch the run. Mike, pull. Know your job. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
A first carry for Trenton Canale. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw, Darnold. And he's got it complete to Anderson. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Credit the tackle to Kylie Fitz, the former Utah Ute.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Redskins 49-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
Here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 28.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Darnold on first down. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Now they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Check, check. Whip, whip.
Off of play action, Darnold. This is caught. 23 yards the pickup there. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be second and goal.
Let's get it. Sign. 56, Mike, 56. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, deep. Man up, deep.
Here's Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Haskins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 27 yards there, a first down.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's good for the Washington Redskins. First down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the carry, it's Logan. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 down, 3 down. Safety's creeping. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, it's Logan. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Eddie Weber. Finds the mic, finds the mic. Check the out, check the out, check the out. Mike 5, Mike 2 6. Come on, boy.
3rd down, here's Haskins. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. That's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover it.
This is Logan. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Logan, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Here's Haskins to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. T.J. Logan, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback. Is that... sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd and inches, Darnold. Catch made there by Derby, the tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a first down carry by Bell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
56. Let's put them on the buses.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Found his target. It's Anderson. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Terrell Basham make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
You want this? Slam, slam, slam. Ready, go.
On first down, Logan. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Jets' 45-yard line.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now Haskins to throw on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Always able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
They'll run with Peterson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Now it's Haskins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the Jets first down.
Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Bell running on first down as he'll push forward for about 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing. Change your look.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead is now 21-14.
Redskins 14.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s, back-to-back. What a momentum swing that.
And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And some room to run now. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. Tavecchio to add the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Jets 28, Redskins 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 25-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 2nd down, Haskins. And he fires one incomplete. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Redskins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. Haskins will throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. Crowder now to return. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's third down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Mike's 56. Man, I got you. Man.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play action. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On third down, Haskins. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
That's good for a Washington Redskins first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Logan, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They run with Logan. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. He's got this one complete to Perriman. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Tight right. We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Mike 5, Mike.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Terrell Basham in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Hey, take your side back there, back there,
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Haskins now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On first down, Logan. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
That's another
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it here with Logan. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Hopkins with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, that giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we lady. Here we go. He's checking. General West. Crack.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
You ready. Set.
Now it's the backup Simeon. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31.
31 yards. First down, New York.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check right. Check. Fresno.
They'll run with Cannon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll try the air now with Simeon. Throw complete to Herndon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They go again with Canale. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out. Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board. No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done? Darnold from the gun. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone. You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful. Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with. Second down and goal. Darnold. And Anderson's got it. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense. Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down. But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right? Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game. Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so. Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless. And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there. Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive. And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed. They'll run on first down. It's Bell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Again, it's Bell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
On first down, it's Bell. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Incomplete.
Darnold's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Darnold now to throw. Oh, he shifts past him. Herndon's got it complete. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
57 the mic. 57 the mic. Hey, get in the weight room. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So on now comes the Jets offense as they're going to go for 2 here. After the interception, here's Darnold. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up second down. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing now. Haskins on first down. And this one complete to Reed. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Switch.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Haskins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Read it well, and it's picked. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they drop their 7th game on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our